Okay, so for the intro, we'll just start with a big swell. Just hit like an open E power chord and just swell into it. Okay, let it feed back a bit if you like, that's cool. And we get this main riff here, and this is, it sounds like the same thing happening in the intro and the verse. It's slightly different. With the intro version of this, we're going to do it this style where we're hit an open low E, kind of hesitate, do a couple more, and now we just reel off 6 on the E to a couple opens, back to 6. All right, and at this point is where it kind of shifts a bit from what's happening in the verse. We just come back off to opens, and we just stick with opens for about 5 strums. And then come back to the 6 and give it a little vibrato there. So slowly, that'd be something like... Okay, and it's just about getting it up to tempo, and it goes through it about, a couple, 4 times in the intro there. And once we get to the verse, like I said, it's kind of that main intro riff, but it's just slightly different. So it starts the same all the way up to the about that second 6 that we hit on the E. All right, but now instead of just riding out like some 5s, we kind of keep on that same track of doing, a couple of opens back to 6. And then we do a few opens to 6. So it's almost like we just took one more 6 and just dropped it in that middle of 5 opens that happen. So slowly we do it like... So we just kind of added that extra 6th fret there, like kind of towards the middle end there. The chorus section, we just get into more just straight up like power chords happening here. We'll start with a C power chord, so 3 on the A with the 5 on the D and G. You just want to hit it once, hesitate a couple times, hesitate a couple times. About like that. Doesn't have to be super locked in, a little loose there. But then we come off to an A power chord, so just open A with the 2 on the D. And with this, you want to strum this more just like 8th note style, and give it some palm muting. All right, then come off to an E power chord, open low E with the 2 on the A and D. Strum this kind of how we did with that initial C power chord, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, we'll move to a D, so 5 on the A, 7 on the D and G there. And this is strummed like the A was, but you don't really need to worry about palm muting it. So just, 8th note strums on this. So kind of like shuffling strumming styles and dynamics. Okay, into the solo here, and this classic Nirvana style solo, just really noisy, a little arbitrary, pretty loose. So, you can vary this a lot of different ways to your own preference, and I'm sure it'll pass just fine. Trying to get as close to what we're hearing here, we do something like this initially. Hit open low E. Now we're going to do these kind of dissonant things. 2 on the B with the open G, hit that a couple times. Move it up a fret, 1 G, 3 B, hit it once, hesitate a couple more times. Okay, take that shape, just slide it all the way up to 13 G, 15 B, and just hit that 3 times. Okay, so. Okay, nice, fun, crazy sounding thing there. Go through that, we kind of shift it in the second measure, and this form here, we'll do this twice. throw that open low E in there. Then we come down, we're going to do the dissonant thing at 2B, 3E, and strum it kind of the same way. 1, 2, hesitate, move it up a fret, 3B, 4E, hit that, hesitate, do a couple more. And just take that, come all the way up to 13B, 14E, do that a few times. Like I said, that chunk right there, you can do that twice. Then the last time around, we kind of start like with the first half of what we initially did. Open low E, 2B, open G, 1 and 3. And at this point, just kind of we're going to get out of it. We do a slide up to 14A and out. Now it'll get us in kind of the more traditional sounding solo here. All right, into the heart of the solo here. Just hit an open low E. Then we do this bend and release riff here. We do bend on the 2 of the G while hitting that 3 on the B. Just bend and release that 2 on the G, come off to open. You want to do that 3 times. Okay. Then we do a little scale down. We do open G, 2 open D, 2A, open low E. Right. And this is all, in our Nirvana solo, so it can be just loose and crazy, no big deal. Next section here, come back to that open low E. We kind of do that same style bend on the 2G with the 3B, come off to the open G. Okay, now we're going to come down. We hit 3B with some open E under it. Hit that, hold it a sec, do about 3 more. Slide that 3 up to 5. Then hit 3 on the E, slide that out. All right, now we're going to do this cool little bit. We slide open G, just hit that, and then slide it up to 9. Do a pull off to 7, back to open. Okay, do a 9, 7 open on the D. And then just hit about 5 7s on the D. All right, finish this chunk here by doing a couple open Gs, 2, open, bend the 2, release off to open, go through that about twice. Next part of the solo, we kind of do some scaling up here. Slide up to 7 on the G, hold it a moment. We do a couple 7s, 9, 7, 9. Hit 8 on the B, hold it a moment. Then we go 10, 8, couple 10s, bend it, release, come off to a couple 8s, back to 10. Okay, slide up to 12 on the E, couple times, off to 10. Okay, we go 8, 10, 8, 10 B, 9, couple 7s, 9 on the G. So try it slowly here. Last part of the solo, it's kind of scaling down on the G here. Just start at the 9 on the G, just hold it, give it some vibrato for a moment. Then we slide it down to 7. Couple 7s to 6. Couple 6s to 4. Couple 4s to 2. Okay, then we just go 2, open 2, give it a little vibrato. And then we just do this big slide out at 12 of the E.